my gosh, it's Halloween! Happy Halloween, everyone. My name is Bloodstained Wings, and to finish off our Spooktober paintings, I thought that I would do just some fun with a palette knife, just do a palette knife challenge, quote unquote. It's not really a challenge, I just had fun with a palette knife. That's truth. As you can see here, we used a bunch of colors and a palette knife to just give some real interesting characteristics to a room with an open door. At least that's kind of what I was going for. I hope that it looks kind of like a room with an open door out to the unknown. I hope that it's a little bit spooky. Not sure that it's Halloweeny enough for actual Halloween day, but I thought that this would be a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun doing it, so hopefully you guys will as well. Okay, one last spooky painting for Spooktober. Really excited about it. We're going to be doing a palette knife painting, practicing a little bit of perspective. I saw here, I'll just talk about it, and then if I find the reference painting, I'll link it. But I saw a picture or a painting, I can't remember if it was a picture or a painting, that was like a doorway, and the light from the doorway was like, I don't know, it just looked cool and creepy. So I thought it would make a really fun, like, who cares, let's just do it kind of painting. That didn't have to be like, you know, this or that. It's just go for it. Because I sometimes... Exactly. Later we will be pulling this off and then putting more stuff there. That's going to be like white, maybe some yellows. But for this part that is black, I thought we would do some like brown and black and blue and green. So I've got some, I'm gonna actually start with the green, I think. So getting my nice roll of paint. There you go. And I'm going to start with the green, and I'm going to kind of have more of the like colors around the door. So I think I'll start with like green and then go to like blue and then like brown and then black on the edges. Because I think that that makes the most sense. So gonna go ahead and do that. It's all still going to be on the black canvas, obviously. So it's still going to be very, very dark. But I thought it might just, I don't know, give some like interest. What am I doing with my palette knife? I don't know. I'm playing and we're having fun, and that's the idea. I wanted to play with the palette knife today, guys. Please forgive me that this is a decision in my life that I have done. This is what I wanted to do, and sometimes we just deal with that in our lives, that, you know, although you wanted one thing to happen, that artist said, nah, I wanted to do this other thing and did it anyways. And that's life sometimes. Sound effects also help, by the way. If you're having trouble using palette knife or getting the expression out of your paints that you want, try using sound effects. But there's the like, so you can really see the like line of things. And anyway, I'm gonna go into the Prussian blue now. Anyways, into the Prussian blue. It very much looks like black, actually, and it's not, which is kind of interesting, because then I'm going to go to the browns, and I don't know if they're going to look lighter or not. I'm just, really, like I said, I am just playing with color right now, and texture, because I felt like it. Because I felt like it. Do you guys ever just do things because you feel like it with art, and then you're like, why did I do this? And it's awful? Or for the most part, are you guys like, oh my god, that was brilliant? Because for me, it's really a 50-50. I don't guarantee the outcomes of any of these. So I'm going to go right into the brown now. And once again, with all of these, I'm getting a little roll of paint on the end of my knife and just kind of smooshing it in. There we go. Yeah, it's strangely, it looks like there's black and then that, but it's blue, so that's interesting. I like the way it looks. There we go. There we go. All right. And now for the black. Start over here. This is really just like adding texture because the basics of this whole thing is very, very dark. But that's what's going to make the other part stand out so much because it's going to be all bright and light. And that's part of what's going to make it look creepy. Yes, I'm going over this whole thing with a little bit of black. Just felt like some of the green was like a little too bright. And same with the brown. So I'm just gonna mess the whole thing up with a little bit of black. Actually, I really like it. I think it darkens the whole thing up in a real like spooky way. Cause that's what we're going for is spooky. Just in case we forgot that that's what we're going for. Is in fact spooky. There we go. And I've got, I think, just enough to kind of darken this up a bit. Whew. There we go. I need a little bit more, I think, so that I can darken up this part here as well. All right, I think this is actually the most amount of black that I have used in a painting ever. You don't normally need that much black in a painting, and usually you can get away with mixing like Prussian blue and alizarin crimson to get like a really dark purpley color, and that's usually all you need to get through any of these kind of paintings, but we're doing something different today, so that's why we needed a little bit of difference. There we go. All right, texture has been applied. I like it. I hope you guys like it because it's crazy, but I really think I nailed the perspective over here. I think I did not do such a good job over here, but that's okay. I'm getting more goop out. Oh geez, that was too much goop. Oh well, we're living with it. And now I'm going to very carefully remove the tape in this section. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to go in with the goop and very, very delicately, very cautiously, trying not to ruin the edge that I have there with the green. There we go. All right, and now I'm going to use white and a little bit of yellow, maybe some of the green. I'm not entirely against the green, but it's going to be mostly the white to kind of soften up the whole area here. I may use the brush to do the middle section. I always have extra brushes because sometimes in the middle of a painting I change my mind on how I'm going to do things. So it's good to have some extra brushes laying around. By sometimes I mean a lot. Okay, so I'm going to just try to first of all lay in the white. Yes. And then from there, that's what I'm talking about. And now I can use the palette knife to make it all like textured with a little bit of yellow in the white, kind of like mixed in. I don't want like a lot of yellow. I want just like a hint of the yellow that's very like broadly, mildly mixed in. It kind of looks like a waterfall of light, which is much less creepy and much more angelic, but spooky. just hear me out. It's spooky. You can actually talk about that in the comments if you guys want. Did this end up staying in the spooky category, or has it moved into the angelic category because this white is like so fresh and so clean? I'm just layering over top of that with a little bit more white. It's looking so good. Just layers of very gentle applications. Like so gentle. You barely want your palette knife to touch the canvas. You just want the canvas itself to take away what it wants. And so I'm just like you can see I'm like barely holding my palette knife. If you're doing this at home, that's what you want to do. Barely hold your palette knife. But I really like the idea of that being like a super dark, crazy dark thing, and then just this part having the light. There. Just like whispers of it, really. Yes. Okay. I hope that it probably would have been spookier if this was white and that was black, but you know, I thought that this would look spookier, so that's what I did. I could put something else in it, but I like it the way it is. I think that it is really interesting and fun, and I had a lot of fun painting it. Quote unquote painting it. I had a lot of fun knifing it. That sounds way worse though. That's why we have to say painting and not knifing. It doesn't sound as good, you know? Comment below. Do you guys prefer it if I said knifing for palette knives, or would you prefer if I left it at painting? I don't know. But I will lift it up because the texture really stops you from being able to see all because it's catching the light in weird ways, which is showcasing the texture but not showcasing the colors. So you can really see the blue in here and you can't see it here, and it's much more like this than it is like this, but I will lift it up. Oh, that looks really cool with the metallic sheen on that Prussian blue. Oh, that's just, I'm just fascinated by that. But there we go. Lift it around, shake it about. So you can really see all the textures and the fun times. Yeah. There we go. All done. Once again, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching, and thank you once again to all of my Patreon supporters who are keeping me going in this time. And I hope that you guys enjoyed my Spooktober paintings. Spooktober. Yeah, I got there eventually. And hopefully I can do this again next year. I don't know. I also don't know if I'm going to do anything for Hughvember, and if I am, if I'm going to do it on YouTube or if I'm going to do it on Twitch. So please stay tuned for more information in regards to that. Please keep in mind that I do love you, and you deserve to be loved, and you are, of course, loved. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!